All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel. I'm the founder of Tiny Rig, and today we are going to walk you guys through the first Alu-Cab family sleeper that we've done on a Jeep Gladiator. We also have the Alu-Cab 2 sleeper, and we're going to walk through what it looks like inside of the family sleeper so that you guys can get a sense of size. I'll tell you right off the bat, it's going to be able to sleep a family of 4 very comfortably. But what I want to do is highlight, we get a lot of people asking, like, do I go family sleeper just so I have more room? Or do I stick to a 2 sleeper because there's less canvas, easier to set up? We're going to show you guys in real time how long it takes to set up both options. We're going to show you sleeping space inside of both of them and give you guys a side-by-side. This vehicle is about to be wrapped up over here, and we'll show you guys a full walkthrough of that in a separate video. But if you guys own a Jeep Gladiator and you're about to build it out for overlanding, I would watch this entire video and also go back and look at some of our previous Gladiator videos. We build absolutely epic Gladiators, and they've withstand going to Alaska and all over North America, and actually as far down as Ushuaia, Argentina. So stick with us. We'll walk you guys through all of this, and we'll catch you up in a second. So again, this video is not a full walkthrough of this vehicle. We want to specifically focus on setup, breakdown, space, and just show you guys what this family sleeper is like. Now, this is the first Jeep Gladiator one in the United States that I'm aware of, probably in the world. And so as we did the install, we did run into just some fitment stuff, and we modified it, and everything is sound. It looks factory. I don't think if I mentioned that you guys would know, but I'm letting you know that because by the time maybe you get your camper, it may look slightly different as far as the fitment kit goes. But again, Gladiator fits incredibly well on the Alu-Cab. I have not opened up a family sleeper mounted to a vehicle. I've done it in the shop on a cart, but I have not got to experience yet the setup of it. So I'm going to show you guys in real time what it's like. We're going to put a timer up on the screen, and I haven't researched a ton on how to do this, so I'm going to be learning just as you guys are, and let's do it. So height of the vehicle is obviously going to change how easy it is to open and operate this thing, but we're going to pull latches open. I'm going to put the retaining pin back in so I don't lose it. Pull the pin, open that guy up. All right, and now those are the only 2 latches. So obviously, depending on the vehicle, getting up, not my vehicle. I'm not used to doing this, and you almost saw, I almost died there. But I'm gonna go on the tire. I'm gonna lift that guy up. And then you have a sleeping portion here. So this is the part that I just kind of need to game plan a little bit of how I'm gonna do this. What I'm probably gonna do is keep this open, hold on to this strap, move my way back over to the slider. Not the most elegant, but obviously that worked. So now we have the way to secure this. So there's this mechanism here that this pole is gonna lock into. And that's what's gonna keep this thing very strong and very secure on that overhang. So this strap here is used to deploy or to tension fabric and whatnot. Again, guys, this is my first time doing it with you, so we'll see. Rainfly on this tent is removable. You can unzip it and roll it all the way up. Now, Southern California, I do that on all of my campers. I have never used the Rainfly, even when I've traveled. I just zip up the canvas when it's raining. I find that extra canvas is it's a little more stuff to move around in the wind, but you're going to buckle these in. All right. And then now we've got the Rainflies to set up to get that canvas going. So let's jump in back. We didn't cheat, guys. I didn't do any extra work without the camera going. So we'll keep that timer going. I'm going to take my shoes off because this is not my camper. And I'm going to climb up here on the sleeping space. Now you've got 3 different Rainflies, and the middle one is going to be the longest. There's that guy. And again, you're gonna want this, so obviously you have better visibility. My family sleeper, I know I'm taking this off. I have very little need for this rain fly, and you can see like this is by far the most time consuming part. And I think what I want to highlight with this, guys, and hopefully you can hear me okay, is that this is truly my first time doing it. And I'm sure I'll find easier ways to do this more efficiently. So that's it. Let me hop down and let's chat some more. All right, so we'll put that timer up on the screen. You guys can see what that took. Like I said, I think the rain fly is something that if you live in Southern California or throughout most of the year, you're not using it. Zip it up, don't deal with the pulls, and the setup of this is very quick. Obviously, as you do this more, you know your vehicle better, you come up with a process for how to do this. Like I would probably have an Alu-box in front of that tire so I can easily step up to the tire and step straight back down onto that Alu-box. I think that's a really simple way to do it. And then that same Alu-box can be used to put behind the door. We'll put a photo up for you guys so that you guys can see. That's kind of a go-to formula for us on the bigger builds, like that Gladiator, the 2-sleeper on there. When customers start opting for like the Goose Gear and we just do a full build out, which we're doing more and more these days, that Alu-box ends up being obviously extra storage, super lightweight, nice little coffee table or end table for you at camp. But I think it'll be a good tool for this setup. So Noah, why don't you jump in with me? We can give them a sense of how spacious this thing is inside. I'll lay down so that you guys can see what it looks like to have basically a 6 foot, 200 and something pound guy up here. And you guys can see proportionally what that looks like in the camper. Okay, so Noah's standing in the bed opposite of me. Again, 5 foot bed, guys. I think the family sleeper is really cool on a 5 foot bed because all tent portions that Alu-Cab makes, whether you have a 5 foot Gladiator Tacoma or a 6.5 foot Ram, are all actually going to be identical in size. The length of the canopy portion of it changes, and if it gets 1.5 feet longer, like it does on a 6.5 foot bed, that overhang now is going to be further back, right? So you'll still have same amount of sleeping space, but you're gonna have an overhang inside. And we'll show you guys that when we do our Ram walk around. It's actually not as bad as I thought. So don't be too deterred by hearing that. But in this bed, and what makes it really cool is that you get 5 feet of space. And obviously I can stand, I'm 6 feet tall or so. And just again, ton of room. So I'm going to climb up so that you guys can see. Again, I'm a big guy, so if I'm at camp, east to west, 6 feet tall, and this is plenty of space for me to be comfortable and still have my entire bed space left open. So, super spacious. I think, you know, wife and daughter, dad and daughter, son, whatever, small child can easily fit on this 2-piece one. And so, you know, it's time to get in bed. Mom and dad, or mom and baby, climb up. Dad sets the rest of the stuff up, cooks dinner, while the kids hang out. You know, plenty of space to do that. So I know that Edgar and his family, that's who owns this truck, are going to be really enjoying this. They have their own YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. I'd probably subscribe if you're interested in seeing more Gladiator content. But you've got windows here. You've got a screen on this side. The other side is identical. Back here, you've got USB ports for charging. And you've also got that 12-volt socket over there and an on-off button for it. Up top as well, National Luna light. That's white, red, low, medium, high dimmability. And there's a memory in it. So when we wire up a nice electrical system, you can hit one button, everything turns on. When it's time for bed, hit one button. You could even use your smartphone, depending on kind of the package you choose, turn everything off. Now, the way that Alu-Cab did this, they made it modular. So you can have, and Noah standing, we're going to be kind of going around him, so you guys are going to kind of see. We've got this section of the bed now down, and again, really cool because the bed just extended. Noah's still standing and filming. And again, this is a 5-foot bed, so it's pretty mind-blowing how much space is in here. This is easily enough space for a family of 3, as is. When you close that last sleep platform down, and Noah, hand me the phone real quick, we'll show them. This is a sense from this perspective, right? So I think 4 adults, easy that way. If you got kids, you can probably get 3 kids up here and have one sleeping over here sideways. But this thing is absolutely massive. And the skylight is super cool. You have that opposing window. You got this big window here to look out of at our horrible view at the shop. But imagine yourself, family, staring at the stars. Pretty rad, pretty epic. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna show you guys how to close it up. We'll run a timer again, and we're gonna unassemble everything. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Noah do this because he's never done it and he's never set one up. So inexperienced, we'll do the timer. And again, this is just so you guys can kind of see, it's only gonna get faster from this point. We don't know the vehicle, we don't know the product as far as setup and breakdown on a vehicle yet. So you're seeing it real time. So Noah, go ahead, start with the tent poles. Get that rain fly taken down. All right, so next step is getting those tent poles into the bag. There's no complexity to that. It's just a small bag with Velcro on it. So he'll get those in there. We like storing those up in the tents, no matter which Alu-Cab product you have. Keep those rain flies inside. You can throw them underneath your mattress too. And if you rarely use them, it's a good place to keep them. Make sure you're not, you haven't lost them. You could also store your rain gutter too underneath the mattress if it's something you rarely use. So now Noah needs to pull down that bed. And again, that's on a gas strut. Hopefully lighting's working for this and you guys can kind of see what's going on. All right, so now he needs to hop out of the vehicle. Undo those buckles. Undo that. Stand up. Right, so now you store these small portion of the bed inside the tent. So I probably retire. You can go down a little bit. Oh, maybe that. All right, and then now you want to canvas. We got this now. Now we got different canvas. Now we can use those straps. Hey, go from you. We got them. All right. Thank you. Just hold it. When you're in the sample, start again. I don't know. Yeah, start. Pull it down. You got 2 straps. You got this one here. Yep, that's one. Yeah, so what I found is this random gas strap. You're good. Yeah, perfect. Now we just need it up. Good enough. The price I think is yeah. Yeah. Now you want to stand back. Let's check the other side. There we go. Now slides. The canvas all the way around, so we got it in there. All right. So Noah got his workout for the day. he's sweating pretty good. It just got super hot out here. Some February it is, but you guys can see. I mean, it's a lot of canvas. It's a lot of bed to break down. We haven't done this before, and you know, you'll learn techniques as you go to make this more efficient. I definitely think having the Alu-Box would help a ton, but when you think about what you're able to get out of having a setup like this, the biggest thing I want to remind you guys of is this product is built for really abusive off-road use. There's other ways to get large sleeping setups in the bed of a Gladiator. how many of them are going to actually withstand the abuse of someone who's actually off-roading, taking them to epic places, not just staying on forest roads or pavement. There's really nothing else out there that's going to survive the type of abuse that this thing's going to be able to take. So that's for context. Noah, I'm going to hold the camera. Just go pop the 2-sleeper up so they can see. And again, the point of this isn't to knock on the 4-sleeper setup. It's epic for what it is. But this is why you would want to choose a 2-sleeper over a 4-sleeper if you don't need the space. All right, it's set up. And Noah's already pushed open the small sleeping platform, so it's ready to go. And he's also pushed up the large one. So obviously, hard to see with the lighting that we've got going right now, but pretty quick. Go ahead and break it down, Noah. Pull the sleeping portion down. Canvas. Now, what I want to show you guys, very little canvas ever comes out of this thing, and it's just like a quick little karate chop to pull it back in, and that's it. And you can leave a ton of bedding up there. So we'll close this up. We'll put on the screen for you guys kind of a comparison. All right, guys, so genuine, not rehearsed, obviously. We were a mess doing it, but setup of the 4-sleeper, first look at it on a Gladiator. We've got our Ram 3500 Prospector, which is on 40s, 6.5-foot bed that we'll be diving into, showing you guys set up on that as well so that you can get some perspective. Now, again, it's, I think, a matter of, there's obviously easier things to set up than this tent, right? You have one right there that's incredibly easy. But we have been steering customers in the direction of going 2-sleeper if it's just 2 people or yourself. If you're a family, like I have my family that's gonna go, this is gonna be epic for us. We're gonna learn how to set it up, and we'll update you guys on kind of what that timeline looks like as we start to use it. I think, you know, when your family helps as well, it's gonna be easier. But we hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, Daniel, I'm the founder of Tiny Rig. We started this business a little over 4 years ago. We were an Alu-Cab customer and converted to opening a shop. I was redoing a lot of the work that I was having done at other shops. I just have a higher attention to detail, a lot of passion for this. And so our team here at the shop has done an incredible job of taking kind of the vision that I had for the ultimate overland shop and putting it into reality. And we've built more Alu-Cab campers, I believe, than any other shop in the US right now. If we're not first, we're definitely second. But this is what we do, guys. We do it all day. We're passionate off-roaders, passionate overlanders, passionate campers, and we build you guys really, really solid stuff with an attention to detail that I don't think you're gonna find anywhere else. So if it's not an Alu-Cab, if it's something else, if you want us to do lights, suspension, electrical, we're really, really good at this stuff, and we hope to see you guys in the shop. Take care.